Start game now. Barry has rushed back with another football game for us today, and that is Realsports Football for your Atari 2600, opposed to Fake Sports Football. Really kind of ironic because there's also a Real Sports Soccer that's also called Realsports Football, but this is the American version, as you can see here. And just like several of the other Real Sport games, we have some regular size football players going against a totally gigantic dude. Let's go ahead and take Real Sports Football, pop it into my Atari 7800 Pro system, and find out if this scores a touchdown or not. Let's go to the game. Real Sports Football was published by Atari for the 2600 and carries the copyright year of 1982. It is a 5-on-5 football game for 1 or 2 players simultaneously. There's only 2 modes of play in Real Sports Football. It's either a 1-player game or a 2-player game, and either way the game will last 15 minutes. Now, there are no timeouts, there are no fumbles, there are no penalties, and there's no running out of bounds, but you can intercept the ball. Player 1 is the Blue Democratic team, and Player 2 is the Red Republicans, who today is wearing their alternate yellow jerseys. When you're on offense, the first thing you have to do before the play is select your play by using the joystick while pressing the button. If your joystick is up to the diagonal left, you will go for a long pass. If it is to the left when you press the button, you will run to the left. And if it is to the left but down, you will do a short pass. And the opposite true is for the right side, with diagonal right being a long pass, all the way to the right, running to the right, and diagonal down being a short pass to the right. Now, when you run, your quarterback is the running back. There is no guy that he hands the ball off to. When you have selected your play, you press the button to hike the ball. And then as the quarterback, if you're throwing it, you can press the button again to throw the ball, but it works best if you are in line with the receiver you're trying to get and if there's no one in between, as your ball can be intercepted. One of the tricky things about this game is that if you hit the button without pushing any direction on your joystick, you are going to call a kick play. There were several times when I was learning this game where I accidentally did this, and if you do this, there's really not much you can do. When you kick the ball, if you are far away, the ball will just shoot up in the air, and wherever it lands on the field, the other team will take over, so there are no punt returns. However, if it goes far enough, you will score a field goal automatically, so it just randomly kind of decides how far the ball will go, and that's where it lands. Now, you're not going to get insane field goals, so you don't have to worry about that. On the defense, you can also call plays before the play begins. If you press up, you will have a defense for a short pass. Down will be for a long pass. If you have it to the left, it'll be a short pass to the left, and if you have the joystick to the right, it'll be a short pass to the right. However, if you don't push any direction but hit the button, you will call a blitz, where your safeties will join the linemen in rushing the quarterback. You will only have control of one player during this time, so you have to be careful. But typically, when the receiver catches the ball, the defensive person will always be a little bit faster, so they should be able to catch up if they're anywhere close. In the game, there's 3 basic ways of scoring. If you run it into the end zone or catch a pass in the end zone, it is a touchdown for 7 points. You don't have to worry about kicking it afterward. If you get a field goal, it's 3. And you can also tackle the other player in his own end zone for a safety, which is worth 2 points. The difficulty switches can also be used in the game to make one side or the other faster or slower, and this includes the computer. So if you're having trouble, you can make the computer slower. The problem is when one team is slower than the other, once the other team catches the ball, there's no way they're going to catch up when the other team is faster. So it really can make things unfair very quickly. Graphically speaking, I thought the game, well, looks pretty good. The field isn't anything special. The guys kind of remind me of the Intellivision Running Man character, if you will, but I thought they did a good job animating them, especially when they get tackled and kind of crumble down to the ground. It almost looks like a brutal hit has happened. Music and sound effect wise, there really isn't much to talk about, but I guess it does serve its purpose. This is a family-friendly game. On eBay, loose games go for typically $4 or under. Complete games are going for about $6, and brand new copies were going for about $11, and as always, that includes shipping. So what did I think about this game and would I recommend it? Well, you know what? I admire this game. I did have some fun with it. I did enjoy it at times, but once I got it down, I found it to be way too easy. At first, it was frustratingly hard, but then once I got the pass mechanics down and was better at my play calling, then all of a sudden, I was blowing out the computer every single time. So it's a kind of a game which is something to admire. If you come across a copy as an Atari collector, I'd say give it a shot, but it's probably not going to hold your interest for too long. So where am I going to rank this game? Well, it's going to be a kind of a middle of the pack game. At 17, I have Chopper Command, and I enjoy Chopper Command more than Realsports Football. But at 18, I have Math Grand Prix, and I did enjoy this a little bit more than Math Grand Prix. So I'm going to put it right there, right in the middle of the road at number 18. Realsports Football, it's kind of interesting. Check it out if you happen to come across a copy, but don't go out of your way for it. I'm a member of the Retro Junkies Network, so is Ferg of the Atari 2600 Game by Game podcast. You can find him on iTunes, as he'll be covering this game soon himself as well. Thank you guys for giving me a little part of your day. If you enjoy videos like this, please click the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter as well. Thanks again, guys. I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care.